This is the box drill. The goal is to learn more about time and distance to the starting line. So you have a limited amount of space, you have to stay inside the box, and you need to budget your time in the sequence the right way. So you need to choose a spot that you can survive in until the starting sequence happens, or you need to be prepared to reset at the proper time to be in position to pull the trigger where you want to be. That means if you want to be at the pin end and you set up in the middle of the line early, you're probably going to drift past the pin lay line. Maxi does a good job of trying to tack back up to the fleet here, but right there he could have gone farther. In fact, he could have crossed a lot of bows and then slowed his boat down and tried to stay in position to budget that distance for a trigger pull. You probably need about a boat length and a half on this starting line or more in order to be able to get the boat up to speed without going over the line early. So you can see here the boat that does that the best is Fabri 15686 there. He's bow back and pulls the trigger earlier than other boats and shoots off the line with speed. So let's watch again in slow motion. You can see in some of these maneuvers that the boat handling really counts. If you want to tack in 17 knots and get a position on the starting line, you have to tack well with intention. Right here we see veer go into attack with the main sheet luffing. And when the main is luffing, we have no control over the rudder. There's no flow of water, so we're not really steering anything. So it makes the tack really hard. You can see how much he slows down. This is just a good opportunity to look at improving that boat handling. That's an easy fix. I think we should also look at a few boats that did a good job positioning high on the line. Ian and Braden set up high on the line. You see close to the boat end. They chose that spot, and what you're probably going to notice before the end of the video is that they managed to live there. They make it work. After the start, while Fabri had some great acceleration, Ian and Braden were higher and better positioned to attack the right side of the course, or if there was a lift after the start. Over the next few seconds, you're going to see Avinash do a good job of what we call getting bow even. And I say this a lot to you guys, but it's really important. Move forward when you can. Avi is bow back, and he notices that, and so there's a sense of urgency before the start to make sure that your bow is even with your competitions, because you want a fighting chance off the starting line and through the acceleration. Right here is where Avi is bow even. Again, I talk a lot about not giving up and fighting back on the race course, but in the starting sequence it's important too. You know now that Fabri had a great start. But you can see, just a few seconds ago, that Fabri was behind everyone before the trigger pull. He executed 2 tacks, put himself back bow even, and then started well. Everyone here except Fabri is just about a half second or a second late for that start. So for Avi, while he did a good job getting bow even, it was important to defend against a boat coming quickly, Fabri. Avi needed to pull the trigger faster, or head Fabri up, or a combination of both. A lot of good examples here and a lot of things to learn from. We're learning how to position and fight off the line.